We are following some breaking news right now at 8:31. Maryland State Police are on the scene of a fatal single-engine plane crash in Bowie. We know 3 people are dead. Our Jacqueline Quinn is on scene with what we know so far. Jackie, we just got an update in the last 15 minutes or so from officials. Get us up to speed on what we know so far.
Yeah, again, you said it, 3 people dead in the single-engine Piper Cherokee that was piloted. And I want to show you the area that we can see right now. This was reported on Scarlet Oak Road, but we're near Superior Lane and Annapolis Road. So out here, it is actually behind this structure, this building. You can see the response out here, the tape surrounding this, but it's in a wooded area that we cannot get to at this time. But authorities are surrounding this area right now for their investigation before the NTSB and FAA take over. Again, officials say it was a single-engine Piper Cherokee with a pilot and 2 passengers that were en route from Ocean City, New Jersey to Montgomery County Airport when it went down in this wooded area near Scarlet Oak Court. Now, all 3 adults, they have said, were pronounced dead here at the scene. Investigators say this aircraft may be tied to a Montgomery County flight school. That is what they said, and that they had been just flying through the area. Again, that right now is something that they're trying to confirm, but that's what they said during the conference. Now, I did speak with some of people who came out here. They said they were friends of the pilot and they were looking for him. And even though authorities told us that this crash detection started at 11:53 because of an iPhone SOS alert, they said they were looking for their friends around that time, and they did not find this wreckage. Again, behind the fencing area here at around 3:45 this morning. That is something the authorities did share with us, that this was found around 3:45. Now, let's listen in into the press conference that wrapped up just minutes ago.
An iPhone crash alert was received by Prince George's County Public Safety Communications at around 11:53 p.m. last night, indicating a crash in the area of Route 50 and 301. The aircraft was located at approximately 3:45 a.m. in a wooded area in close proximity to a residential area off of Scarlet Oak Court. At this point, the investigation will be led by the NTSB and the FAA.
Now, while we were here at this scene, we asked officials, what did this wreckage, what the wreck looked like? And of course, we can't see it here. So they described that this debris field spans actually 100 feet. It's in this wooded area that's actually close to residential areas. There's even a playground back there. It's hard to see because we're on the other side of the fence. We hope to make our way across a little bit later, but because of the area, it does make things hard to see. Again, we're going to be staying on top of this, trying to get more updates. For now, I'll send it back to you guys.
Yeah, and you made that point. We heard the state police officials say how close it was and how much more tragic the situation could have been with the proximity to those townhomes. Jackie, I want to ask you a little bit about the response from officials, because there is that gap in time where they believe this plane went down just before midnight, but they did not find that wreckage until just before 4 o'clock this morning. Can you talk about what kind of response it was, both in the air and on the ground, looking for them?
Yeah, so I asked them, how that worked, the timeline for that. And they said, well, the only notification they got was something through Apple on our iPhones, this SOS signal. So in the meantime, it is a great area that they have to figure out, pinpoint, look through. And I did talk with some people who came out here who identified themselves as friends, and they said they were tracking their friend flying in. They said that this is a person here from Montgomery County. They didn't share his name. They said really they're still waiting on next of kin, as authorities were talking about that as well. But they were looking frantically for their friend. It took them some time as well, and that one friend then saw a wing sticking out. They contacted authorities. So that essentially is the gap as we understand it. But authorities did say that, with this area, it is hard to pinpoint, especially when no one was able to make a call, an SOS call. So they were really working with what they had.
That is incredibly tragic. I heard you ask the officials as well, too. Was there any communication with any kind of tower? And obviously that is still going to be something that the NTSB and the FAA are looking into. But it seems that it was that iPhone SOS that really alerted everyone that something had gone wrong there. Still very much a developing story. Jackie, we appreciate your update on the ground. We'll check back in with you later this morning.